What's up? Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And a couple minutes late, 6 minutes late, a sextant number of minutes late. I'm sorry, my bad. I was like trying to rush, but like listen, I had some seriously very important work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why I'm late, all right? My kids were like trying to muscle through Minecraft and whatnot, right? They both got the split screen and they're going and like blah 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 blah. Just like, listen, let me show y'all how it's done. I went in and just bam. Realistically, they were asking me like, Dad, can you please do this? It's hard. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Like, twist my arm. So I got on there and I just like, boom, 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 boom. Like they're both tag teaming coming in and trying to help out and whatnot. And I'm just freaking and everything. Anyway. Oh, I still got my Seer of X thing on there. Oh man. So what's up, everybody? How you doing? Coffee Breath is here. Uh Albie, well, just Albie. What's up, Albie? Well, welcome to the channel. Andy Apse, welcome to the channel. Or at least welcome to commenting. There are people who are like, yeah, I've been watching you for like a year now, man. You're awesome. And everything. I was like, oh, cool. Like, what's your name? What do you comment as? Well, I don't comment. How am I supposed to know you, man? It's all good. I understand. There's a lot of people are just like, no, what is anything? Oh man. Um, bow. Let's see. Corey, what's up, Deputy Sheriff Corey? Sue Ann, how you doing, Sue Ann? Comic Universal, what's going on? Dylan is here. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, Dylan? You busy, Dylan? Anybody want to see a guest? Anybody want a guest here? What do you think? Who's good with a guest? Mother fathead finally showed up on time. Let's see. I'm sure I got Dylan in my email. Oh, there we go. Right there. Dylan. Let's do a reply. Dylan, if you're free, boom, we got you. I'll let you in. So I'm free and my computer is ready. Well, there you go. That's how it's done. Let's see what's going on. Let's go back up here a little bit. Comics League 20. What's going on? Paula's here. Hello, PA Stewart. Oh, geez, Paul is starting something new. So check it out. You guys know my This Week in Comics video, right? The one that didn't even get 1,000 views this week. What's going on? What's going on? I got to make that more interactive or something. Anyway, so Paula contacts me on Patreon because Paula's extra specially cool, and oh yeah, I'm gonna get to all sorts of new things to do on Patreon. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it this month, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to start trying to add some more tiers, some more levels, more everything, some more content for Patreon, actually make it more interactive, just like a whole bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, we'll see what's up. Anyway, Paula is actually sending me some comic books, some trade paperbacks. Now, I don't know if he still does it. I actually should have checked before I even sent the reply to Paula, but that's just me. Um, Sal says what? That's his Twitter. I know that because somebody just, and thank you for that. Somebody just commented, Sal from Comics Pop and Professor Bill are my two favorite comic book YouTubers, and they're very positive in everything they do. Rock on, rock on. I'm sorry, y'all know I still teach English, right? But I teach English online now, and sometimes it's not high schoolers I'm teaching. Sometimes it's the little kids, and I have props, and it can't always be superhero props. So I got this little guy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna put him to the side. My bad. I don't usually. That's funny. He like just genuinely did not belong up there. What's up with that? Anyway, you guys see my role-playing dice in between Devastator's legs. Actually, just one pair of them. I've got four containers. A white, a red, and then two bags. A hippie bag and a cool leather satchel. and those bags have like a couple sets of dice in each. Anyway, so she's gonna be sending me some comics, and Paula is gonna be sending me some comics, and um, Sal from Comics Pop. I actually got the idea from him. I don't know if he still does it, but he used to do I think it was called the letters page. If you guys are very, very, very vigilant, you will see a couple of years ago, not a dozen years, maybe close to a half dozen years ago. Yeah. I actually got featured on the letters page once in a while. So twice, actually, twice. But one was like very detailed. And yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben. Ben actually read my letter, and it was pretty cool, man. It was before I had a comic book channel or anything. Anyway, so yeah, he used to, or he used to, and maybe he still does. I don't know. Gets a whole bunch of comic books coming in. You know what I'm saying? And when he gets these comic books in, he'll show them to everybody, and he'll try and do some kind of a review for them. So I figured that maybe that's something that I will do. So if you guys want to start sending me some stuff in, use the address at the This Week in Comics thing. Send me a letter. I will read your letter, and also do a review for your comic. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime that individual authors do something, then I'll do that. Actually, I've got something here. Somebody sent me an email recently. Hey, did you get my comic? I did, but I accidentally deleted your email. And it's the whole thread. This one, Treble. So this actually looks really cool. I'm going to be checking this one out in a hot minute. Actually, I wonder if he even wrote something on here. It'd be kind of cool if he did. I always like when somebody writes something. Also, if it is your own comic book, make sure that you sign your comic book, because I like the signature, the signed comic books. So this is a Brutal Planet Comics, this one. And Dre DeBrute Daniels is the writer, author, and owner of all this good stuff. So I'm going to be doing an individual review of Treble. It'll be like a spotlight on story kind of thing. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a whole lot of fun. So yeah, you guys can also send me your comics, your individual creator-owned comics, or if you got some old raggedy freaking comic book that you want to send me, you know what I'm saying, and you want me to review a certain comic, send it in, dude. Send it in, and send a letter with it, and I'll see what's up. In the meantime, let's try and bring Dylan up in here. Oh my God!
What up,
What's
brother?
going on, Dylan?
What's going on, my guy? Hope all is well, man.
No, all's good. All's good.
Thanks for having me, bro.
That's all good. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
So, what is this? You've been co-streaming. You've been running a stream alongside mine. What are you doing here? Same time as me, you bastard.
You know me, man. I was like, oh no. I was like, how's that gonna work? Because I was like looking at the day. I'm like, it's Saturday. Professor Bill got his. You know, Gem Mint. Usually he does a spoiler review, but he hasn't done it in a few weeks. Okay. Sometimes I'll jump on his. He's only had a couple, and I was on the second one, and he hasn't ever since Christmas, and he hasn't really done it. So I asked him, I was like, you doing it? So he's like, no, I guess not. I'm just chilling. So Robbie, Pop Culture Philosophers, he was like, if Jem doesn't do his, I'm free that day. So I think he said at like 9 o'clock he's gonna be ready. So I was like, hey, actually I could catch Professor Bill, because I know you usually keep it like an hour and a half. So I was like, yes, I don't get to miss it. At least I don't get to miss most of it, because last time I missed the whole dang thing.
Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. So how many subs you got right now, Dylan's Comic Book Rants on YouTube?
Almost 300. I'm like 18 away from 300.
So let me get this straight.
Let me see.
Oh, so we're gonna go over 300 right now, right, my peeps? Comic book alumni is gonna be like
287 right now.
There, that's 13 away, man. Come on, lucky number 13. Throw it in.
Oh yeah.
Throw the guy a follow. What do you call it? Okay, so question with I remember when you were a lot smaller than that. How'd you get into all these big podcasts doing that, man? What's going on?
Dude, that's like the question everyone keeps asking me. I mean, you know how it is. I've always kind of just really hung out in the chat rooms. I'm not like a lot of people. They say like, oh man, I don't like people who just come in the chat and just say, oh, can I drop a link? I'm tight with a lot of these people. They know me always. And I don't come drop links in your chat because I rather just come hang out, and it's not all about just promoting the channel. I want to come hang out with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk comics, and you know what I'm saying? I want to hear what people have to say. I just put myself out there, and I was like, yo, what's up, man? Like I did to you. I asked you when I was at like no subs, and you were like, yeah, bro, because I figured, you knew I always tried to represent. And I watch your ads, I watch everything just because I wish I could be a Patreon. As soon as I get my credit card back, though, I will try to get that Patreon going for you, brother. Because if there's anyone I would do it for, it is you, bro. And that's why I always felt bad. And I was like, I watch the ads, bro. I watch the ads because I know it's only a couple cents or whatever they give you for the ads. But I was like, at least I'm trying to support them in any way I can. I just try to show support. And, I just asked, man. I asked you, and, it can't hurt to ask. That's what I always say. And they always end up saying, yeah, man. I mean, the worst they can say is no. I mean, no one has been mean about it. They've always just been like, oh, I can pop in for a few minutes, or they come and they hang out for a couple hours. You said a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm free. I got a few minutes. Ended up hanging for like 2 hours on that. What was that? Christmas, I believe that was.
Yes.
So, man, when they were like talking about me in the community, like the people who like in the smaller part, they were like, how did Dylan do it? Where did Dylan come from with this? They were like, he got Professor Bill. And they were like amazed.
Other guys too. You got Comics Bueller in there. You got who else was there? Was Gem Mint there?
I've never had Gem Mint on my show. I wish, man. I'm gonna try to get him. Maybe I can get him because he does come on smaller shows. I just gotta ask him. He's been really busy, I think, lately. But I was on one of his spoiler review show. He does like a weekly podcast.
I watched it.
Yeah, and he'll have Rockin' Robbie Billups. He'll have Bueller, and he actually invited me the first show, but I didn't have my setup right, so I was able to jump on the second one. And yeah, so I've been following Gem. You were actually the first one who I started watching. Then I found Bueller. Then I found Gem. And then actually I think it was you, Bueller, Robbie, and then Gem. And then there was a fifth one. I'm trying to think. I always forget the last person. Oh, Comic Tom, I think.
Yeah.
That Perry Comics, if you ever heard of him, he like opened me up to the whole world of like this whole big community. Like so many more people out there doing it. And
Perry's cool.
I was like, yeah, Perry's so funny. I was actually surprised. He's my age too. I was like, you sure, bro? I thought maybe he was a couple years older. But hey, Bake the Snake said it, bro. They called me the Rookie of the Year after I had you on the podcast. And I remember NWO?
Yes.
I was like, I'm a legend, right? And they're like, well, yeah. I was like, I'm a legend because I got Professor Bill on NWO, bro. I was like, it's like in the mob, bro. You get that one, and you're like, I'm a legend for life now, right?
All those guys were funny. Oh, yeah, I took Scott Hall. I actually brought out my Scott Hall figure, and I didn't get the chance to display him, but oh well.
I'm still waiting on my name. They're still trying to debate on one.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 Kid. Actually, it'd be six pack in.
That's what somebody said. They was it X Pack? I think they called me. Somebody last night. Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid, X Pack, and 6 pack, whatever, 6 pack. They're all the same person.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Sean Waltman.
Yeah. Yep. I was looking him up because I'm a big wrestling guy. I forget a lot of the names of the old school ones, but I loved wrestling growing up, man.
He calls the NWA era old school. Wow. And I grew up before rock and wrestling. I remember when Hulk Hogan won the WWF championship from the Iron Sheik. I remember when Bob Backlund lost it to the Iron Sheik.
I think when I say old school, I mean like Ultimate Warrior.
Yep, I know.
Is that old school, or is that still not there yet?
Depends. It depends on who you're talking to. Like, dude, I'm making fun of my age. Oh man, I'm so old. My social security number is in the single digits, dude. We good.
Man, come on, you ain't that old.
I'm actually totally fine with being old. 100% fine with being
I
old.
know you always say that too. You're like,
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
People
I
are like,
waited
"Hey,
my
grandpa."
whole life to be
I'm not
old.
a grandpa yet, but I would be a grandpa. I just, I want my kids to know what they're doing first. I got a teenage daughter, man, and well, actually 2 teenage daughters, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm old, dude. We good.
I know you got your 2 sons. I didn't know you had 2 teenage daughters. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, one who just started college this year.
Oh, man, that's
Yep.
awesome. Yeah, but I love that you were like, Dylan, when I commented on Instagram, you're like, Dylan, the comic book unifiers or whatever. I was like, that's the coolest name ever. I gotta put that as a tagline.
There you go.
I just asked him, man, and I guess, because like how I was with you, how you knew I've just always tried to support your channel as best as I could and
It's
just
cool.
always tried to talk. Some people, they
Okay,
gravitated towards me, I guess.
enough. It's starting to sound like freaking. Let's stop talking about us. Let's start talking about the comic book
Let's
universe,
get
man.
to it, bro.
You
Let's
know what
get
I?
to it.
You know what
I
I
hate
just got?
talking about myself.
Right? You know what? And for anybody in the chat, the reason why it's cool for Dylan and a whole bunch of other guys and some of the guys that are actually in the chat right now to, say, hey guys, what's going on? On my comic book channel. I'm cool with it as long as here's the Italian part of me, as long as there's respect. You don't come on my channel.
Yep.
Like I bust my ass. Dylan busts his ass. All these people busting their ass, trying to, do some people for years, busting their hump, trying to get a big audience and whatnot. Knowing, don't go on somebody bigger's channel talking about, oh, come to my channel. They're on this superstar giant channel, and you think you're going to get a bunch of people coming to a little rinky-dink channel? And I know that's not going to happen for anybody because it didn't happen for me. Not that I asked anybody to. You build it up on your own. You make mistake after mistake after mistake, and then boom, all of a sudden. And if I do look at your thing and you got a name that's really cool, that, like, for instance, Jeff Comic. I would look up Jeff Comic on there. So this dude right here saying what's up to Dylan. Does he actually have
That was born.
Does he actually have a
That's the
channel?
Cantonese kid. Oh,
Huh?
yeah, he does. Remember, he was on the stream with
There you go.
us.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff.
the Cantonese
Oh,
kid.
yes. Now I see the picture. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. But anyway, yeah, see, a guy like a name like that, Jeff Comic. Well, it kind of sounds. What the heck? How did that happen? Anyway, that sounds like a freaking comic book channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to look it up. I'm going to check it out. And if I dig the content, I'll be like, hey man, what's going on?
Hell yeah.
It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing. But
Mhm.
yeah, the same advice that everybody always asks me and guys a whole lot bigger than me. How did you get so big? By making mistake after mistake after. The very first video that I did was actually, and it's still up. I left it up there as a lesson to the world of what a dumb video looks like. I talked about the Transformers 30th anniversary of the animated Transformers, the movie. And at the end, I interviewed Optimus Prime, which was me, wearing that mask that's on the wall right over here, that one. And it was the dumbest thing in the world. I was cursing. I was calling myself a mother effer. And like, dude, it was the stupidest freaking thing in the world. And I was so proud of it.
Yeah.
And now I look back and I'm like, yeah,
Right.
that was the stupidest effing thing in the world. Because like, you're going to do those mistakes. You're going to. So just
man,
live and
you
learn.
gotta learn from him, man. Like you said.
Check this out.
I just
Look at this. Look what I got. I got a gigantic sized T-Rex. I have to put this shoestring around it because the whole thing is made out of rubber, and it's like, there's the air inside of it. It's got the air pockets. I don't know where
I was gonna say the way the
there it is.
material it looks like it's made out of is cool though.
Right? Yeah, it's got the little. You can like fill it up more if you need to. Anyway, so the into the gullet of the mouth kind of comes down. So anyway, I got this big gigantic thing. It's beautiful. I'm going to try and find a nice way to paint it red because I've got this little Polly Pocket figure that looks like Lunella Lafayette, Moon Girl. So I'll have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Oh,
and I will be the coolest stop motion animation guy in the world.
They probably don't. That would be awesome because you got the dude. You made me want to get Marvel Legends. I got like. I think I got the Hercules, but I got a couple like
the
Star
Hercules
Wars
is hard to find.
Dude, I saw the last one in my Walmart, and my Walmart never gets any freaking figures. I'm still looking for that Captain America with Mjolnir because Captain America.
Dude, I can't find that one. The Worthy Cap. I can't find that one. That's hard to find, and I'm not paying $80 for it.
No way. I can barely pay the 20. You know what I mean? They're crazy.
30 up here.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's
Fake the
crazy.
Snake is funny.
You see those
First off,
McFarlane figures?
this is 100% true. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the comics expertise $2 super chat mutants. People want to see in docs. I want Cypher.
Oh,
DOX. Okay, not docs. I want to see in Dawn of X. I want Cypher. Hells yeah, more Cypher, dude. We've got Cypher in the Dawn of X. He was just in the most recent New Mutants issue
yeah,
number 5. He's up in space right now. He wasn't a
yeah.
whole bunch with him, but yeah, he's in there. So comics expertise, you're all into the mutants and whatnot. Let's see, what do I got over here? I didn't bring any extra out. Oh no, I've got like 0. Okay, Bagel, I'm gonna have to bring it down. Oh no, wait, silly me. I'm still trying to do some work on this one here, so I can do. Oh, I'm gonna do the silly little cannonball dance, Sam Gun 3, rocket ship off. Okay,
Cannonball.
there you go. So yeah, we were just talking about New Mutants. Sorry, they didn't make a Cypher figure for the latest run, but
I know, man. That was weak. That was some
It
cool
is.
figures though on that line, but
I got Warlock though.
yeah, that was a cool line. The did you see that New Mutants trailer?
Yes, I did. It's not too terribly different from the original trailer back when Fox was still pushing it, because they
Yeah.
thought it was going to come out a lot earlier, and then Disney was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to take you right now."
Yeah.
I think it was Comcast that was going against them. Comcast actually put a larger bid in, but the trick is that whichever one won the homophones there, whichever one won the bid, would still have to go through the whole monopoly law thing, which is baloney because let's face it, it's clearly monopoly and it never should have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all that being said, there was a good chance that if Comcast won the bid, but they lost the monopoly law, they wouldn't be able to buy the thing, in which case all the money would have to come back. The reason why Disney won with an even smaller bid was that they had some permanent money up. Like, okay, I forget what the percentage was. I don't want to say a number right now, but a certain percentage of the money, whether we win or lose, you get to keep regardless. So if we lose the monopoly bid, you still get to keep this much money. And Fox was like, ooh, guaranteed money? We're going to be talking about the NWA world again, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. Boom. So that's actually why they wound up winning that. But anyway, now that was done, I honestly never thought that we would see the Dark Phoenix movie, whatever the heck that thing is called, and the New Mutants movie. I really didn't think that we were going to see it.
I know. It just disappeared.
Yeah, and I don't think that there's going to be a lot of. There might be some marketing behind it. I don't know. But it's like the whole thing is really still a Fox movie, even though it's going to say Disney on some of it. It's still a Fox movie. There was the one that just came out recently, Underwater, it's called.
Yeah. Isn't that where they premiered the trailer, I believe? That
Kristen Stewart, yes.
Stewart. But I think they premiered the trailer when people went to go see Underwater in theaters. That's where they actually premiered. And people were like, why didn't they wait for Bad Boys 2? They're like, Underwater is a
3, right?
Bad Boys 3. What am I thinking? Oh my God.
No worries.
I love Bad Boys 1 and 2. Oh,
1 was okay.
I can't wait.
2 was amazing though.
2 was amazing. Wow. Like I wish Michael Bay was back on for the third one. I don't know if he's producing it, but did you see that 6 Underground? That was a Michael Bay directed movie with Ryan Reynolds on Netflix.
No, I didn't.
Man, it really starts out like straight up like a Michael Bay action film. It eases up throughout, but it was Ryan Reynolds in it, and it's Ryan Reynolds' personality throughout the whole movie, and it's kind of like this ghost type operative team where like Ryan Reynolds recruits these guys, and all of them are like dead to the world, like they're ghosts basically. That's what he calls them. They're ghosts, and they're like they have all their own skills, but it was pretty cool.
I think I seen that movie when it was called Deadpool 2.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just like that, but he's not all burnt in the face. It was crazy. It was a decent movie though. It's a fun little movie to watch. But before I forget, man, I love the shirt, man. I love that shirt.
Canadian Batman. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I found this at a Walmart.
yeah. That's where I get all my shirts, man. Walmart or Target. They got the bet. They
I
got
miss
all the good
Target.
comic tees.
Miss Target.
Yeah,
Target tried coming up here. They lasted for like a year, maybe two, and then they're just like, nope, 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 not dealing with competition, and they left.
that's crazy.
Come back. I
They
was so
should have
sad.
given it some more time, man. Target's way, because I know how you feel about Walmart, and I am the
Yeah.
same way. I have nothing but problems when I go there. Like they would give me so much crap over nothing. Like they'd be like, "Oh, I know what you're doing." I'm like, "What am I doing? Buying a couple $100 worth of groceries?" Like because sometimes I do cash back, and literally like they would get mad because they would never refill the self checkouts. So then sometimes I take out a couple $100 and the machine would run out. Like after I'd try to take out 100, it'd give me 20 and it'd be like it's out. And I'm like, you guys kidding me? You guys can't do your job and refill the machines, and now you want to get mad at me because I want to take some cash out. And there would be other people in the store, customers, and they'd be like, this is insane, like none of us can take money out. And I'm like, yeah, because they can't do one simple thing, put the key in the slot and put some money in the machine. Like that's all they got to do. Like they would literally harass me, and I got one right down the street, so it's like I have to go there. But I have a Target by me too. But the prices, sometimes you gotta deal with it for the prices. But I like Target so much better, man. So much better. But I had Toys R Us and then Target, like right next to each other. Toys R Us is gone. I was so sad about that. And then across the street is Walmart, and that's like all.
I heard Toys R Us is already back in a couple places.
Is it?
That's what I heard. I think in Jersey for one, because
okay.
a lot of Toys R Us's. Toys R Us never left here.
Yeah, that's what because you get some of your toys and stuff from there.
This was actually from Toys R Us. There was a plastic, like a zip tie around it, around its neck, and there was no price, no nothing. I walked up, I was like, "Hey, man!" And I know something like this would go for like $40, $50, you know, Canadian at least. And I walked up, I was like, "Listen, I don't see a price, but I really want this."
Yeah.
So they went and they started looking it up. And, you know, you act like you're in a rush and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, they might lose a sale of somebody who actually wants this thing that they can't find a price for. So like, the closest thing I can find is $15. Are you okay with that? And I'm sitting there like trying to choke back, you know, yes, I want that. Only $15.
Dude, I got a T-Rex when they were closing, and it wasn't even half the size of that. It was a nice looking T-Rex, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like a third of that. And it was like $30, you know, and I got it for like $5 because they were going out of business. And I was like, so that one probably might have been like 50 or something, you know, because that's a big one.
Yeah.
Way cooler than the one I had.
Yeah. Plus it's Canadian prices, so it's like escalated. Like it would probably be she giving me for $15 would have been $10 for you.
Yeah.
But oh man, so what are you looking at the MC? How about the MCU? You looking at some stuff on the MCU or what?
Man, I cannot wait. It just feels like we're getting a slow year in a way. I can't wait for Black Widow. I know, like,
you know, they're building up from scratch again, basically.
Yeah, see that they are, and a lot of people I feel like are saying like, "Oh man, I'm not feeling it." I can understand how they can be a little nervous, but it's like, come on, man. And Kevin Feige said something. He's like, he was watching this interview I was watching. He's like, a lot of people seem like they kind of just trust us. He's like, don't trust us, let us earn it. And I like that because a lot of people would say, yeah, trust us, guys. Look at what we've done for you. Look at what we've done. But he's like, no, don't trust us, man. We got to earn it, and we will earn it, and that's what we're going to do. And I thought that was just awesome of him to say, and it just shows that he really cares about what he's doing. I'm excited as hell for Eternals. I haven't really read any of that stuff, but it's so new, and I just, you know, it made me, I never read Guardians of the Galaxy before. I love that movie. It was so good, and I think a lot of people are comparing, so they're like, oh, they did that with Guardians, so this should be good. But I think they really don't know because Kevin Feige's been really hyping it, and I think when he hypes something, I think it's kind of for a reason. Captain Marvel, I enjoyed, but it was one of my weaker ones. Still good
up until the end.
I wish that they would have just introduced her in Endgame and then gave the spot. Like, see, I'm thinking maybe Black Widow, it has to have something more going for it. Like maybe they're going to bring her back or something, because I feel like they should have introduced Captain Marvel in Endgame and then gave that slot where Captain Marvel came out for Black Widow. Because if it does take place for Civil War or something, that would have been the perfect slot, because you know what I'm saying? And then she died and then she would have been done. But I'm thinking they did it for a reason, and that there's going to be something more going on with Black Widow, because ever since she died, everyone wants her back, and they're not bringing back Iron Man, I don't think, anytime soon or ever. So I think they're going to try to figure out how to bring Black Widow back. And plus, with all the stuff with Wanda, I think
The WandaVision.
WandaVision, how they're going to maybe bring in the mutants or something. A lot of people are saying they think this New Mutants, because I think Disney was saying that they were like in the editing room and they're like, wow, we actually kind of really like New Mutants. And that's a big reason why I think they're putting it out. Some people think because it's a self-contained story,
it has to go out.
Yeah.
It has to go out. Fox already put money into it. Well, no. Fox already put their money into it.
Right.
So they have to get that return, because Fox is still going to get that money. It doesn't go to Disney.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So like, the big question was, well, if you guys are selling, Fox movie studios and whatever else they were doing, everything except for the news and the sports.
Yeah.
Well, then, that stuff, what are you going to do the movies for? Because what if it doesn't work? What if nobody buys it? What if we're stuck with this? We can't just have no movies coming out.
Yeah.
So they made sure to put these movies out. Now they're just like, dude, anything that we make is better than nothing. So all that money goes straight to them. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is their last hurrah. The last big Marvel property movie that Fox did was New Mutants.
Yeah.
So
some people, I think, were saying that they think maybe it's gonna somehow tie, like they're gonna make it tie into the MCU, because it's self-contained. It's more self-contained. They'll be like, this is how we can maybe introduce the mutants in a way. Like, I don't know how it would work.
No, they can't change anything.
That's what I figured, because after you said that, I'm like, I don't think that would work.
No.
And it's a self-contained story.
WandaVision is going to be the one to watch, because all that other X-Men stuff, the way that Disney can do this, which would be absurdly amazing, is if they said, listen, here's the deal. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking at the comments and whatnot, and I will get to some of that stuff. You guys are freaking hysterical. Release the Snyder Cut. Oh, relax there, Black Joker. But what do you call it? The what was I saying? Okay, so with WandaVision, basically the biggest thing that was ever involved with Wanda Maximoff, and she's had quite a few, but the biggest thing was always House of M. And what happened with House of M?
Right.
She wound up saying, no more mutants. And that was it. No more mutants. And then there was only 198 mutants left in the comic books.
Right.
What if they did something different?
That's what I've been thinking.
Because they've already done a casting call for Quicksilver. For Quicksilver to come back. Hopefully it's going to be the same guy. I can't remember his name. Hopefully it's going to be the
Aaron Taylor, I believe. Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. There you go.
That's his name, Aaron Taylor. I could be wrong.
It sounds familiar, yes.
Yeah.
So that could be it. But yes, he's the guy from Kick-Ass. So that could be awesome to bring him back. I didn't like the idea that his character died. It was an okay death. You didn't see that coming. Riddled with bullets. Saying I didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But all that being said, if they decide to bring the mutants into the world now, all of a sudden, right? Because now she and Quicksilver, whatever, all that stuff can be changed so that now they're mutants. Because everybody like Marvel, what was this? This is Axel Alonso and everybody who was working under him, all pretty much contractually obligated to say, oh no, we're not trying to phase out the mutants and bring in the Inhumans because we have the properties for them. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. And everybody knows they were. I mean, come on, man. And then once Kevin Feige was like, I don't really like the Inhumans. Sorry. So he decided I'm not going to make the Inhumans movie. And then Bob Iger was like, well, darn it, we're going to push the the Inhumans. So he made the TV series and everybody hated it.
Proved you wrong. I told you we shouldn't have done it.
No. If Feige would have done, well, it's a mixed bag. Feige didn't want to do If you would have made him do it, it probably wouldn't have been that good.
Yeah.
You know, but
Right.
if Feige would have
It would have
liked
been
it,
better
done it,
though than what the TV show was.
yeah,
Oh man,
yeah,
I
probably.
remember hearing about that
Oh,
because he did
I
say.
watched them and reviewed every episode, and I remember getting on there like, okay,
I remember
try to
watching
be
him.
nice, try to be nice. Nah, man. But if they make it so that she brings back all of these people, including the Vision,
Yeah.
she could bring a whole bunch of them back, and the entire first season could be bringing them back, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on? I don't get it. Whatever." And then you realize, just like what happened in the Scarlet Witch, the Vision and Scarlet Witch 12-issue limited series, which
Yeah.
was
Is that the Tom King one?
no, no,
Or
no. This
that's
is
Vision.
he just
I'm
did the
sorry, that's
Vision. He just
yeah,
did the Vision.
that's what I thought.
I have those first two issues. He signed the first issue for me.
Nice.
What do you call it? With that original series, that's when she had her two children.
Yeah.
These two children, as
Oh.
it turned out, weren't real. She used her reality manipulation
Yeah.
because Vision can't actually have kids with her.
Right.
There's the idea that, oh, sure he can because I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's when she wound up losing her mind. That's when she went crazy. That's when she first started to crack. And then
Mhm.
it wasn't until Avengers Disassembled that she actually cracked. And everybody's like, how are all these how is the Red Skull back alive and attacking us? How are how did Jack of Hearts show up and blow up and kill Scott Lang? How did all these crazy events suddenly happen and we're all getting murdered all over the place? And that's when Doctor Strange showed up.
Yeah. And
mind
that
you,
leads right into that too. So
exactly, because his In the Mouth of Madness is coming out.
Mhm.
Shame that we lost a director, but if he's not into it, dude,
Yeah, I just
we
heard
wound up
that.
we wound up losing the director for Ant-Man, and Ant-Man still turned out really good.
Oh yeah, we were
We
supposed to be
also,
the Edgar
yeah,
Wright or something.
right? We also wound up losing the director for Deadpool 2 because he was the
Mhm.
original director for Deadpool 1. Deadpool 2
Yeah.
still turned out pretty good.
Yep.
We also lost the director. Here's the big one. We lost the director for Black Panther. Ava DuVernay, I think her name was. She went off to do what's the name of that movie? A Wrinkle in Time, which just
Oh,
critically didn't do a whole lot.
not at all. And that was the one that got Brie Larson in a lot of crap too.
Well, yeah, because she
Her
she dared
comment
to
or
shoot
something.
from the
Yeah.
hip. Whatever.
I don't care about it. Like that was the dumbest thing. It's so stupid, but I heard about it. All you do is hear about it, so
Professor Bill's
can't get it
theory.
out of my
Why
head.
did Wonder Woman succeed? Why did almost nobody complain about Wonder Woman, but everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, a certain crowd especially, complain about Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Because let's be realistic. Brie Larson is a proven good actress. With
Yes.
all the
She
movies
is.
and all the hits she's done, and here's a new actress who's not actually an actress. She was just a step above an Instagram model, doing kissy faces
Yeah.
all the time, being a low rent
She
actress.
owned like a hotel too with her husband.
Yeah, yeah. Well, her
So
husband was super rich. Her husband gave her movie career.
yeah.
He's
I love Wonder Woman.
he was a
She's
funny
so
guy.
hot.
He was a funny guy. He's like, if I were dating you, I would propose to you in a year and marry you within 3 years after that. And she's like, really? Because, he's got all this money and stuff. Well, it turns out he was
Yeah.
true to his word, and it's a good thing because she just literally went chasing that money and whatnot. But I'm not into, I honestly, I feel bad even saying all that stuff. The idea is that she's just, yeah. Brie Larson pretty much held down that movie on her own. Nobody else that was in that movie really did a good job, acted like their characters or anything like that. She worked with what she had. She had to deal with a freaking origin story, which Feige promised we were never going to have another origin story again after Doctor Strange. Oops, except we're going to have one for this one. So the whole thing just kind of backfired. Whatever it is, what it is. Anyway, the trick is Brie Larson says feminist, and Gal Gadot just does kissy faces. So I see how that works.
In a short skirt, in a short Wonder Woman outfit.
Yeah,
But
and leather
went and
too,
saw
which I
Captain
can't complain
Marvel
about.
twice. Oh no, I can't either, man. I can't, dude. She is beautiful, man. Like,
So
I think her and Margot Robbie, man. Oh my god.
well, Margot Robbie at least is really impressive with her acting skill. She is an Australian. She's an Aussie, and yet she pulled off using a Yonkers, New York style accent, and then sneaking it in there underneath a really bad, what was she trying to use, like a British accent or something like that? So she
I
literally,
think
no, it
so.
wasn't British. No, it was some
It was
other.
English, I think, because her grandmother was like from England.
Same thing. No, she
Oh,
what do you call it? She tried in the trailer. In the trailer, she tried to use I think a Southern Belle accent, so like a deep
she
South
says it too.
Carolina
I can't
accent.
think of what it is too. She like mentions what it was too. I'm
Nice.
bad when it comes to the names
I'm
of
just
languages.
I just looked at the trailer and I mentioned it on my Facebook. I was so
Yeah,
impressed with what she pulled off. But the
she was.
idea, it's like she left that little that little Yonkers accent in there. Like, not for us, it would be leaving. It would be like me trying to talk, proper British, but you still hear a little Italian sneak in once in a
Yeah,
while. But she's neither. She's
yeah,
Aussie, and then she pulled off both of those
right.
accents together, and I think that was great. And she is a really good actress. She's great at what she does. It helps that she's gorgeous also, but the idea
Oh
is that she's really good at what she does, and that's freaking awesome. So hats off, like crazy to her. They can wrap a movie around her and she'll absolutely hold it down. But anyway, back to WandaVision. I love the idea that there's so much potential there because she can pull in the mutants from a different world, but they're different now. You know what I'm saying? That explains how the mutants come into the universe. Oh, what about all these other, these other X-Men and New Mutants movies and whatnot? Yeah, that was a different universe. This is here now. So she just pulled them in from there. And maybe you could have a guest appearance like Hugh Jackman and whoever wants to show up really quick. Hey, and then just usher in, look, here's the new characters that we're going to be dealing with now. I'm down with that. And
They
we're going to
moved
have
it up
some of the
too.
best casting imaginable. Because I wholeheartedly admit that I suck with casting. It's the reason why I never went for the job.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I'm the
like people like,
same, man.
right? Who do you think should do this? Whoever they decide to pick, because
Exactly.
I'm not going to try and go by, oh, the person looks the part. Who cares
Yeah,
if the person looks the part? Gail Gadot looks the part now
yeah.
for Wonder Woman. She didn't then.
Once
So
you
the
get in the
question is,
suit
can
and
she act?
everything, it's a total. They get in the makeup, the suit, a haircut or something, and then
It's all
they get
good, but can you act to the part?
exactly.
And that's the thing that none of us are ever going to be able to see. We can't hold auditions for these people.
I'd rather have them act the part instead of even having the look. I get the decent amount of the look, but as long as they got that, if they got that acting 10 out of 10 and the look like halfway there, I think I'd probably rather have that, because I want a good acting.
Yeah.
Um, did you see they moved up WandaVision? I think that's going to be the first one now. So that kind
Yes.
of, I think that's a big thing. Like with what you were saying, it's going to be leading into a lot of stuff, man. I'm excited for all of those Disney Plus, Falcon, Winter Soldier. A lot of people I felt like were saying like, oh, I'm not really into that because like Bucky or Cap sidekicks. I'm a big Captain America fan, but I love the guy they got to play Bucky in the comics. Bucky
Yeah.
has been kind of like his little sidekick, but this is Winter Soldier we're talking about.
Ed
So
Brubaker.
Ed Brubaker, hell yeah. I'm excited. He's got the Captain America star on his new arm, his vibranium arm.
Vibranium now.
Falcon's gonna have a lot to work up to keep up with Bucky, man. But I'm interested to see what the suit looks like. I don't know if you saw the leak of the promo pictures they showed of him, and they actually show him in a suit and with the goggles, no shield or anything, but Falcon has a new suit. I don't know how crazy I was about it, but I do like how Bucky was looking, like with the blue arm and the haircut. I thought he looked dope, but that might not be final say on Falcon's outfit. They could change it up a bit, Plus, it was just like promo art. It was like artwork picture,
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. Loki is one I really you just can never go wrong with Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Yeah. It's funny
Yeah.
that he applied to be Thor.
He wanted. Oh yes, I remember that. I remember he said that.
I am so glad he did not get that part.
He is like I always, for a while, I used to always think that he had black hair, but he has like short brown hair. That's a wig always,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, when he puts that wig on, he is like the embodiment of Loki. I mean, I know in the earlier comics, maybe it was a little different and he's kind of changed, but now when you see Loki, it's almost like they take from what Hiddleston did and they kind of try to translate that onto pictures. In like the most recent years of like Loki being in a comic, they even kind of, hasn't he always been more of a villain? Nowadays he's kind of like on both sides, like in the movies. Like he's just out for himself, you know?
I'm trying to look at the chat when I can. Fun fact, Voorhees, New Jersey actually exists. This is more often not missed by critics, despite Jersey being the setting of F-13. I wasn't following the chat that in detail. I don't know what this means, but yes, Voorhees, New Jersey is actually a real thing. I actually used to drive trucks for Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and I used to actually bring ice cream to schools in Voorhees, New Jersey. And a bunch of other places also from out of Dayton, New Jersey. So yes, Voorhees is funny. And I remember I walked into the one school, and the one school was actually called Voorhees, blah, 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 whatever. And, Jason Voorhees. So it was on a Friday the 13th. And I was like, it's funny that you guys called, and nobody knew that Jason Voorhees was the name of the guy. So that's,
Really?
So I remember, and everybody's just like, wait, so the Jason movies, the Friday the 13th movies, his name is Jason Voorhees? Like, yeah, totally. Like, yeah, that's cool. So like, I was so into it. And so I was still a kid at the time. And I'm just like, bam, getting so into it. One of the secretaries says, your name's not Jason, is it? I was like,
Yeah.
No. But like, she started to get a little bit freaked out because I was too into it. I thought that was hysterical.
God. That is too funny. Hey, we got the hype, man. You'd be like, ooh, with the mask.
At 6'5", yeah. Yeah, work the shoulders a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But
get the machete in the hand.
But Camp Crystal Lake is actually based on Camp Forest Green. They started calling it Camp Forest Green in the 6th movie. But it was always in real life called Camp Forest Green, and go figure, that location is actually in New Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, they actually filmed it there and everything.
Wow.
Tom Savini and all that. Yep.
Dude, Tom Savini, man, he is like a magician when it comes to all that stuff. I love all that stuff. There was like a really cool In Search of Darkness documentary. It's all about 80s horror. I wish I could have bought it on Blu-ray. Yeah, I watched it. I got like a digital copy and was able to watch it. And it's 4 hours long, man. It goes through the whole 80s, dude. But it took me like 2 days to get through it. I watched half of it and then the other half. It is so good, though, man. I wish, though, they don't have Tom Savini in it. They're talking about all these movies. I'm like, where's Tom Savini? They're like shouting him out and all this. Tom Savini was this and that. I'm like, and you didn't get him for the documentary? You know how Tom Savini is, but
this dude's busy, man. The dude's busy making the Fiend mask in WWE for Bray Wyatt.
I bet. And then he runs he has a school too. He started a school, I believe, Pittsburgh or somewhere in Pennsylvania, maybe. I think Pittsburgh, but he has I think it's just a school of arts or something, and they learn how to make, props, masks, and all that stuff. I've seen a lot of documentaries on him because anything that he works on, like with the props, I'm watching it, man. I mean, there might be a couple I've missed, but I'm just such a big horror fan. One of my, I love comics, but I think horror is like right up there with that, with my love. Like horror and comic books and Marvel and DC, all that stuff. I love all that stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I just my wife doesn't do horror. She hates horror movies. Like, she actually gets scared, what I'm saying? Plus, she comes from a culture where she actually believes that, ghosts and things like that exist.
Yeah.
So, like, she doesn't really believe it, but at night, you believe everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, I just bought this 8 DVD collector's edition of Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You're going to watch the first one with me. She's like, no! I was like, yeah, so we did watch it, and she was like, this actually wasn't scary. I was like, no, it's campy more than anything else, but it's a great story. Look at that. You keep on focusing. There's a murder, there's murder. Spoilers for a movie from back in the early 80s. It's his mom!
Right.
She's like, okay, that was actually really good.
It's a thriller. It's not a horror. It's a thriller.
It's a drama documentary.
I know. Because I would watch them like now, like as a kid, you're like, oh my God, these are so. But then you watch them now and you're like, man, so like there's some really good kills in the first few, and then when they get even into the later ones, I thought that the kills would get better. Sometimes the kills are a little bit weaker, and I'm like that's kind of not as good of a kill as it should be, man. They don't go that full out. Like
My
Jason,
opinion,
that
the
one was
last great kill in the Friday the 13th movies was the Weed Whacker. After that,
crazy.
like it was all downhill from there.
Oh, dude, that was fun.
But of
After,
course, it was also Jason fighting a psychic. So yeah, there's only but so much you can go by, you know.
yeah, that was that was the last good one, really. But I like Jason X. I have like a weakness for Jason X.
They
That
put him
one's
in
like,
space.
yeah,
That was the one where he went to space, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he gets frozen, and then it's like in the future. It should be so horrible because all those ones that end up in space are like the worst. But for some reason, I mean, probably nostalgia for a big reason. But a lot of people I'll see like they watch them, or I've like watched the whole like review on it. The guy like did a watch along. He's like, man, this one is not. This is actually good. Like the kills are pretty good, and it's gory.
That was
Some
a
people
very
might not like
different
that.
idea. It was a
But
goofy idea. Jason in space.
yeah,
Was it? We put Leprechaun in space. We put
yeah,
Hellraiser in space. We put all these things in space. Where's Freddy Krueger in space? You know, so like
right.
but it was actually not bad. You
I
know,
know,
some of the
man.
concepts for these space movies, like they really think great. Like I love Hellraiser also, but realistically, I can only watch the first two seriously.
I'm the same
Um,
way.
but that one where they had Hellraiser in space, where the whole space station was actually a freaking cube. I'm like, what a crap movie, but great concept, you know.
Yeah. There was oh
I
man.
ran a Star Wars campaign where these guys had to go. They were trying to fight whoever, blah 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 blah, and the one guy was getting communications from somebody, but nobody else knew the communications were were coming in. And then he finally reveals, "Hey, I'm getting these communications from this one officer." And they're like, dude, nobody in records that person doesn't exist. Mind you, they find this stuff after they have to flee and get out of the known galaxy, and they're in the outer rim now. I don't know. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Big Star Wars fan.
so
Got
so
the
they
return
they
of Ryan.
no, oh yeah, duh, right behind your head.
Yeah.
But they have this big space station, but it's abandoned, and they had to do a lot of work on it. And it turns out it's haunted. And meanwhile, they've got to go out and still get supplies. And when they go out for supplies, they're heavily wanted, and some of them are force sensitive, and things like that. But one guy's further along than the others. And it turns out that this guy that was getting these transmissions was actually getting visions because they're not real transmissions. This person never existed. Saying this officer, and then later on, while he's there, he finds out that actually this happens later, but the big station that they're on, it's haunted because this is actually a depowered Jedi holocron, the biggest one that ever existed. So they have to get tremendous amounts of power to this thing in a sunless galaxy. So that it can come back alive and give them the power of the force. And when that comes up, all of a sudden the guy realizes that this person who was, this vision that was coming to him was actually the force ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn. And like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
I do these crazy freaking outlandish stories that people are just like, holy crap. You know what
That
I'm
would
saying?
be so cool, dude. That would be
Um,
like the coolest thing ever. Ooh.
IMTRU skills, whatever the hell your name is. We usually try to keep it a little bit G. You'll notice that I don't curse too much on here. We don't talk like that. And there are moderators who have the ability to boot you out of the channel. So please don't use language like that. Maybe it's one of your buds. I don't know, somebody new coming in.
I know I've seen him in one of my buddy's streams that I
There
did
you go.
earlier, but
But
oh,
no big deal. No big deal. New people coming in all the time, just, pointing out little
I
things
didn't
like
even
that.
see what he said. I don't
Nothing
know
angry.
I don't think he was here though for me though, because no one even knew I was coming on here.
Nah,
But
and I
I do
and I
know.
didn't advertise. I
Yeah,
actually forgot to put this up on Twitter and Facebook and
yeah.
all this stuff. So whatever.
I always do. I always forget too.
I don't mind
I
people
didn't even
coming
put
in.
it
I don't
on
mind,
there.
whatever. But no, like at the end of the day, I do have to enforce that there are actually rules here.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people start insulting others like heavily. I don't like it when there's I'm not exactly like a social justice warrior, but I am for social justice 100%. I just don't get on a platform and like I'm better than you because, and I'm not a huge fan of people, using, and no worries, they're IMTRU skills. Yeah, just every so often it has to be pointed out. So anyway, maybe I wonder if there's a way to actually put that on there. So if somebody joins the chat, hey, here's a quick rundown of the rules.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Got to figure that out.
some people, that's just how it is. Sometimes you just gotta let it be known. It's not trying. You ain't saying it in like, hey, bro. Like it's just.
Oh yeah, I'm not like, hey, well, the pet head.
Yeah.
Not pulling those.
Because this on my channel, like I'm the same way. I don't really want to keep it. I don't want anyone being like mean to each other either, like being assholes. But I cuss a little bit, but you can see I tried to tight lip it up a little bit because I don't want to mess up. Because sometimes
I'll usually mumble them.
Exactly. I know like if I say it or something, it's not that bad. But I'm not gonna start cussing like every 2 words like sometimes I might in my video. But it's just better not to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get a little excited though.
No, I get it. Hey, Sabah, Fetal Ape, Mark Guerrero, everybody's showing up. The people I know really well, and then other people showing up. What's going on, everybody?
James, that's another guy. He actually does some cool artwork. He was gonna do a commission. James Clark, artist. He's doing a Captain America commission painting for me. He pretty cool. He does like live paintings on his channel.
Nice.
Pretty good. Like he outlines it and then he paints it, but he does some good work, man. And yeah, I always try to tell people about him in case they ever like to get commissions done. But yo, 5 more subs, I'll have that 300, brother. I said I was trying to get it this weekend. I probably never would have got it because I got on here, bro. And I totally forgot.
So everybody, Dylan's comic book chat. Hey, say something in the chat so I can throw it up. Just say sub me, so I can throw it up.
Put my link over here. Yeah, I was gonna say I could put my link, but you have to give me the wrench for me to be able to do that. Then they can't click on it.
So just say something so I can throw it up real quick.
Just put it.
What's up, Cryptid? How you doing, brother? Eventually this thing will show up. But
I know the dang StreamYard lag in the chat is always killer.
5 just like attacked me at one time, recommending me all kinds of comic things. I wonder how you actually found the channel, Lord Raiden. But yeah, Lord Raiden is one of them. His 8-year-old little girl watches the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try not to have curses and things like that on, because and I try to keep the chat cool, because okay, I don't see your thing. That's how long is this delay?
I know, I was gonna say I just commented again too, just because I was thanking everyone who did sub already.
Sheesh. Anyway, let's as soon as Dylan, if you could find Dylan's comic book rants, if you're on your phone, it's probably gonna be a little bit harder to do, but otherwise, just what do you call it, sub to Dylan really quick, watch some of his stuff. Dylan is a unifier of comic book channels, bringing all these people together. So a lot of the bigger guys that you see, well, I don't know about like super big, but some of the smaller than Rob, from Comics Explained, and larger than the guy who just started a channel yesterday. The slightly medium channels. You know what I'm saying? He's a unifier, bringing them all together and whatnot.
See, to me, you're one of the big channels in my opinion. You, Gem Mint, Robbie, and I see Rob. I guess he's the big one, but to me, you know what I'm saying, you guys are the big dogs in my book.
Comic Story and Valiant. You know what I'm saying? These guys with like 1 million+ subs. Those are the big guys.
Valiant, is that the Valiant company or is that an actual?
No. Yeah. Oh, and it's actually Variant. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Variant. Yeah, it's
but
called.
To me, you guys are the big dogs. So getting you guys on my channel, like I've had you on, I've had Robbie. I'm gonna have Robbie on after I jump off here. I'm just waiting for him to tell me he's running late. So I was like, no problem. That means I get a little more time with Professor. But man, yeah, bro. I just, like you said, the unifier, man. I love that. I just love hanging out. Like I've been in the chat rooms with you guys so much, and just to be able to get you guys on is
I'm
crazy.
Gonna call you the Beth. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to call you the Beth. Okay? BAF. It's got to be capital because it's an acronym. The
Yeah.
Build-A-Figure. You're talking about, getting into
Build
the
a
Marvel
figure.
Legends. Yeah, you get into the Marvel Legends. So there's all these different little guys and whatnot. But if you get the entire wave, you can build one of the big guys that you see up on top. So,
Building the
there you go.
Wingdingo or something,
The
man.
Wendigo. Yep. Oh well, you can
Wendigo.
say Wendigo. Yeah, you can. That's one of the pronunciations also.
I like the way you said it. I was like, I don't know why I said it like that because I know that's the way to say it, but you could say it either way. It's like tomato, but I like Wendigo. I don't know why. I think it was just because sometimes I messed up with my speech because when I was little, I had like a little speech problem, but it was more like just saying words sometimes, or I was just always so shy.
Okay, your thing is actually not coming up all this
Really?
time. Yeah, let me scroll all the way back up to when I first saw you, and I'll just throw
Let's see.
something on there that I saw you say. Because don't worry about it. I'll find it. Dylan's. Why?
Sometimes they cut the dang the chat off a little bit.
Only you? Nobody else? Okay, yeah, it's literally not here. Wow.
Yeah, they'll cut it off like
Oh,
halfway.
there you go.
Okay. So I was
Okay,
gonna say,
yeah.
that
that
was
one.
That's crazy. Wait,
So,
let me.
anyways, that's his channel, Dylan's
You know
Comic
what?
Book
I'm
Lands.
looking. I think they cut. Sometimes you ever notice that sometimes you'll put a comment and then it'll get deleted, unless maybe for some reason like one of your moderators didn't let it go through. I don't know how. But I only said it's not like I cuss. So usually it has to get verified when somebody cusses, I think. But
I don't know.
so YouTube's been acting weird. Sometimes a comment will just disappear. So weird. But yeah, because I'm looking through. I put that hey guys, but I don't even sub me. Yeah, it's gone. That is so weird. So I commented twice too. I said sub me, and I said something else, and yeah, weird.
Whatever. This one's here now. We're good. So
Lord Raiden said, I think I'm subscriber 300.
Bang! Oh, that needs a shot right there. Bang! Lord Raiden.
I gotta wait. Sometimes that takes forever to show.
Oh, Immortal Biggie Shack is on.
302, bro.
What's going on, Biggie Shack?
302.
302. There you go. Bang.
Anything subscriber related, it gets erased.
So you know that I own you now. No, I'm joking. Oh, and I went into your drink and it didn't work. Come on, man. I want to say
right all over the camera.
Oh, man.
Thank God I swallowed it right in time.
Oh man. So
that is too funny. Jeff the Land Shark is gonna dominate Craven. I didn't read Deadpool, but I saw he posted that.
You guys go and check out Immortal Biggie Shack also. What do you call it? Every time that I jump on one of his live streams, I always wind up just seeing he's just leaving the comic book store and driving back home. So he's smoking and just in the car and listening to music. And I'm like, are you this is the chat? This is the chat.
Going to Walmart, searching through long boxes. He's a dude. Everyone loves it though, man. He's like, oh, dude, it's so funny. He's just
awesome.
One time he's like,
but see, that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that's going to make that channel just explode. You know what I'm saying?
No one does that. No one's doing that.
So it's actually,
like hanging out
for
with
real
Biggie
people,
Shack.
go and check out Immortal Biggie Shack also, because like literally that's the kind of crazy stuff that's just common. What do you call it? That's the kind of crazy stuff that just gets people like, what is this crazy stuff? And you click off it like, nah, this is weird.
Well, you froze, I think. Oh man, don't tell me. He froze. We get to keep Dylan. I swear I was on a channel earlier, 2nd Street Marvel, and his froze up too. So I was running his channel for like 20 minutes. How does it happen again? Talking to Professor Bill gotta be epic. Yo, bro, I love it, man. It's awesome. I had him on my channel. He popped. I was like getting ready to wrap up a live stream on Christmas night, And I was like 10 minutes away from wrapping up, and he pops in the chat, and I was like, well, I couldn't believe he jumped in the chat room, because I've been following him since the beginning, since he first started his show. And he was like, I got a few minutes. I could jump on. Ended up talking for like over 2 hours. I was 10 minutes away from wrapping up, and we ended up going like 6 hours that night. So yeah, man, like when I do live streams, they get pretty epic. We just have so much fun. It's hard to end the chat or end the stream. But yeah, man, it was epic getting to hang out with Professor, no doubt. So I've been, you watch these guys for so long. I've been watching them for years, and then they build themselves up to what they are, all these subscribers, and then you get to do a show with them. It's a lot of fun. That's why he'll be like, oh, relax, because I'd be like giving him too many compliments, and he's like, enough about me. Let's do it. Let's just talk. Let's talk comics, brother. I'd be like, you're right. What the hell am I thinking? But Professor is the man, so I gotta represent. Yo, Dylan's, you really build your channel. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, True Skills. I'll check out those X-Men comics for you in a little bit. I got right after this, I'm starting my own live stream with pop culture philosophers, so I'm gonna be busy the next couple hours, and then maybe at midnight I'm going on with the comic book G spot, so I'm gonna be busy till like 2 in the morning, and I'm already tired. Comic Head 84, what's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. I can't believe what happened to Professor Bill. I guess his internet screwed up. Second time this happened to me, guys. Like I said, yo, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yo, there's 184 box for Comic Head 84. You better get that before it's gone. My boy Comic Head 84 got them mystery boxes, and my boy got them fire comics, bro. Dude, definitely hit him up if you're into buying mystery boxes, no doubt. But yo, thank you so much, Biggie. 300, bro. Crazy. I got 302. So now keep subbing, y'all, and I'm gonna get that 4 or 500, bro, and we'll get to that 1K so I can get monetized. I'm on Rod's show, like where Dylan at found him. Yo, Rod didn't send me an invite, Perry, but yeah, last minute I'm starting a live stream at like 9ish, or well, I should have already started, but I'm waiting on Rockin' Robbie. Yeah, right, Perry. Come on, dude. I'm running Professor Bill's channel right now. What the hell? It happened to me earlier. I was just saying that. Cleveland sports fan. Ghost Skittle. Yeah, not so much anymore. I could like literally rip this poster down and I wouldn't care. I'm honestly gonna rip it down soon to put a comic book poster because I hate this dude. I fucking hate him, man. He's such an asshole. I'm taking over, bro. Taking over. Yo, thank you, Shortbox Padawan. I appreciate that. I appreciate anyone who has subbed. But I know, Perry, isn't that crazy? Like, what are the chances? But I'm gonna keep running this until Professor Bill's back, because I'm waiting on Rockin' Robbie to be ready, and then I'll be jumping over to my live stream. So. But I wouldn't be a lurker if I wasn't. Yo, thank you though, Cryptozoid. This is Sparta. I love that movie. Such a good movie. What's up, Brett? Good to see you, brother. I'm just chilling, man. Professor Bill must have lost his connection, so he'll be back any minute now. Who is running your next live stream? You or Robbie? Well, it's I will be running it, but Robbie will be co-hosting with me next time I go live. But don't want to stream, I'ma just invite Dylan and bounce. Oh my god, that's too funny. Yo, that's just what's happened to me all day, man. They just get me on the stream and then they bounce and let me run the channel. Let's see. Who's some of your favorite characters? Captain America, uh, Captain America, Incredible Hulk, Batman. Batman's like my favorite from DC, but I'm more of a Marvel guy. Batman was like the first guy I ever messed with, though. Batman was like the first comic book character, and Captain America, Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man's dope. Trying to think who else. Yeah, I like Thor. I love like Boba Fett. I don't know if he's not really a comic book character, but Boba Fett's like my favorite from Star Wars. First comic I ever read. I know there were some books I read when I was a kid. I read the Action Comics, like one of the first Action Comics reprint. I got it from like Walmart or Marks. My grandpa got me like the first Action Comics reprint. I had like a random Incredible Hulk issue I read. I don't remember the number, but when I started back a few years ago, like it might be about 4 years now. I'd say like 3 or 4 years now. Saga is what really got me back into comics. Saga, and then Venom, the Donny Cates Venom. That's what really got me. 2019, my favorite comic probably was Venom, and that would be from Marvel. Venom and Immortal Hulk were like two of my favorites. Venom was my most favorite though. Indie, my favorite was probably like Middle West of 2019, and I love American Carnage from DC Vertigo, like R.I.P. Vertigo. But what was my favorite DC book? I think I maybe either Detective Comics or Shazam. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Bill. That's so. He might have had to reset his internet or something. You like Captain America and Hulk? Cool. What are your thoughts on the whole Captain Hulk character from last week's Tarot? I actually didn't read Tarot because I kind of had a feeling I wasn't gonna be into it, and I buy so many books that I gotta know when there's a book that I just have no interest in, I gotta just say screw it because I'm reading like everything. So I did not pick up Tarot, but I know there's like an Immortal Hulk story coming that's going to be like, I think it's Immortal Hulk and Spider-Man mixed, which is pretty cool. But Captain America and Hulk, I'm going to have to look into that. Dylan don't like folklore. All his opinions mean nothing now. I didn't say I don't like it. I actually am going to read issue 2, Perry. It's on my list to read. I'm just saying y'all were saying Folklords was like the best book ever. I don't think it's the best ever. I think it was a good book. I just don't think it's the most amazing book ever. Middle West is way better in my opinion. But yeah, you gotta do Middle West is way better than Folklords in my opinion. But Folklords is good, Perry. My opinion means nothing now. You goof. Yeah, Saga is awesome. My year started reading Moon Girl. Devil Dino is her favorite character. I have never read Devil Dinosaur or Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. No, I sadly have not. Every time I just never thought that'd be a character I could get into. I love dinosaurs though, like T-Rexes and stuff. But every time I've never been able to find a jumping on point. I have a lot of comics. Dylan, I have a lot of comics. Should I get a long box? Yes, you definitely should get a long box, JT Gamer. Definitely. I mean, it's the only way to have it, unless you got a big drawer you can put them in. But if you want to keep them nice, you should get a long box and some bagging boards, brother. But let me see what else did I miss? Yo, thanks for subbing, James. The next time. Trying to see, did I miss anybody? Sub to you for 2 months now. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that. I am True Skills. Yeah, Frozen and Carbonite. Yeah, what the hell? I'm surprised it taking them this long. I know too, because I'm waiting out. Thank God Robbie was running a little late. Because once he's ready, I'm gonna have to go over to start my stream, and I'm late as hell on mine. That's why I hate putting a time on my when I do a live stream. I hate putting a time because I know I'm gonna be late. I always am late to everything. Shazam family versus Captain Marvel family. Probably, I don't know, Shazam family, probably. I like the Shazam family probably better than the Captain Marvel family. Yes, I'm still rolling. I don't know where Professor is. I'm gonna message him. I don't know. Maybe his email would be better. I don't know. It's crazy too. I swear, like, when does this ever happen to Professor Bill? Usually his show doesn't. I don't think his show usually has this happen. Probably, yeah, it's probably his internet. You can dismiss the class if you like, Dylan. No, I don't want to do that because I can't dismiss the class. It would still, even if I left the stream, I'm gonna keep going until Robbie's ready. But I know, right, Trinity? See how taking over streams today. I'm gonna wait because he might want to still go after. Plus Robbie's not even ready, so even if I left the stream, it would still keep going. Oh man, of course he's ready now. Yeah, I might have to wrap it up soon though, but I'll feel bad if I just bounce on his thing. Man, I'm surprised it's taking this long. Yeah, it seems to be having technical difficulties, man. Dylan kept it rolling all night long. Hell yeah. You're going with Dylan? Yeah, I know I muted it. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, I guess, because I got Robbie waiting in the other chat and I don't want to keep him waiting. But yeah, man, I'm sorry about that, guys. But if you guys wait, Professor might be back. I don't know what's going on. I messaged him, but he didn't message me back. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get on to mine because I don't want to keep him waiting. But I'll catch you guys later, and I appreciate everyone who subbed to me. If you didn't get a chance to subscribe to me, if you want to check the channel out, Dylan's Comic Book Rants, yeah, I do videos like every day, and I'm about to go do a live stream now. But if y'all want to chill here and wait for Professor Bill, if he don't show up, then come hang out over on my channel. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm sure he won't mind. But yeah, I don't want to step on his toes or nothing. But I can't hold it down any longer. I gotta go do my own thing. But I'll catch you guys later, and I appreciate everyone who subbed. And yeah, have a good night, everyone. Peace out.